think everyone here has heard that at this point. Almost 3 months old at this point. Madeline is now starting to smile. Whenever you get to, literally hold her right here and just talk to her, she'll have that focus. We're literally locked on eyes, and it's incredible. I mean, she has a smile. I don't care how bad your day is. I don't care what's going on in the world. Everything is great.
There's a lot of estrogen in the house.
Oh my gosh, yes, there's a lot of estrogen in the house. I've got 2 male pets, both are neutered. So I'm trying to figure out when I'm next. But no, we've got, my wife, I've got 2 daughters. I've got 1 daughter that lives down in Texas during the school year, so yeah, I'm all by myself in my house.
Tony, you should get used to it. You're a Broncos fan.
Oh. We're still reigning Super Bowl champs.
All right, Tony, excited to hear what you have to say.
All right, appreciate it. All right. Well, I've actually bounced a few ideas of this 10-minute presentation off of my daughter. The only thing she could do is poop in her diaper. I'm not going to do that for you guys. But, I was really trying to figure out, I've done some quizzes in the past, I've done other things, and I'm just trying to figure out what really matters to you guys. What message do I want to spread to everybody out there? And I wanted to kind of go over trends when it comes to auto insurance, when it comes to home insurance. One really neat advantage of me being an independent broker as opposed to a captive agent. Captive agent would be a State Farm, a Farmers, Allstate, Shelter, American Family. Those particular agents, they get to literally see what their company's doing, and they really don't have a lot of exposure to the others. So being an independent agent where I'm representing up to 17 different companies on auto insurance, 11 different companies on home insurance, I get to literally comment on what I see as more of a trend. Because if I've got 7 of my 17 companies that are taking action to raise rates in a month, okay, we've got a trend at that point because insurance companies are doing it. So what I'm trying to comment on here is more just what I'm seeing as a whole, with my position as an independent agent. So, and obviously I get to be the bearer of bad news today to an extent. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have already figured this out because you guys have auto insurance. You guys get to see the bills. Auto insurance as a whole is going up. Okay, prices are going up. You can account some of it for just simple inflation. As Eddie Calderon can definitely tell you, a gallon of gas when I started driving was 69 cents a gallon. Right now we're at a bargain at $2.29 a gallon, so we're 3.5 times where we're at. And I remember a candy bar being 35 cents when I was little, and here we are now where a regular price candy bar at a King Soopers or anywhere else is 99 cents on a good day. But inflation is part of it, but the trend now, especially with these wonderful little devices called smartphones, it's amazing how people are trying to fit in work, trying to fit in scheduling, trying to fit in anything while they're driving. How horrible is it that the car manufacturers are now deciding that we're going to put safety features like automatic braking? If you're diverting out of a lane, that's going to beep at you to tell you that you're not in your lane anymore. How stupid is this? Well, guess what? You all get to pay for it. Yay! Auto insurance, isn't it great? The technology that is going into the cars, you're developing, they're spending millions of dollars coming up with the technology to stop your car if you can't figure it out. The lane detection, you're paying for that technology. Cars are more expensive now than they ever have been. And, person with, an auto broker would definitely be able to tell you. Cars 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they're not as expensive as they are now. Cars are lighter. The customers are wanting more miles per gallon on cars. That means you get a lighter car. It's not as sturdy. It's not like they used to make it where you crash a car from the 1970s, it's like a freaking tank. But there's more damage that's involved. The cars are more expensive. You got record levels of distracted driving. What does that translate to the consumer? That means, quite frankly, we are going to be paying a lot more for our auto insurance. Okay, and one other trend as well is the millennial generation, if you will, that they are the do-it-yourselfers. They want to do it, they want to be going to the progressive, and going to name your own price and bypassing an agent altogether to come up with coverages, that they're trying to name their price. And they see the 25, 50, 15. To them, that's numbers. Okay, if you have an experienced agent that can explain that this is what it means to have those coverages, they're going to opt for higher coverages. Okay, but so there's a very large emphasis, and I can't emphasize it enough with anybody in this room, that you need to protect yourself. Okay, uninsured motorist, medical coverage, those are very cheap coverages to have on an insurance policy. Make sure you've got them. Okay, now, the other big thing on here is homeowners insurance. And I get to be the bearer of bad news on this, and the fact that, you've got wildfires. We are the #2 state in the United States for hail-related claims. Yay, us. Drought conditions, we've got another rough summer coming up. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. But when I started insurance as an independent agent in 2012, an average homeowner's premium was like $1,000. $1,000 to $1,200 would probably be what I would consider an average back then. Right now, 2016, it's closer to $1,400, $1,600 a year. You've got insurance companies that are making hard decisions because they're not profitable. I mean, we had a hailstorm on July 28th, 2016 that literally caused billions of dollars in damage. Insurance companies had to pay for it. With a B. Insurance companies had to pay for it. So, insurance companies right now, they're kind of going one of two ways. They're either saying, we're going to increase your deductible, meaning if you have a claim, you get to pay more. Advantages, to this are very simple. If you don't have any claims, you get to have pretty decent premiums. On the other side, if you want these $1,000 deductibles, we get to increase your premiums because we need to collect more because we're paying out a heck of a lot of money in insurance. What do you do in this regard? So the glimmer of hope that I actually have in my presentation, I know it's a lot of gloom and doom and everything else. And the whole reason for the Kit Kats on the table is so I can give you some sort of break. Okay? But what I want to try to emphasize on here, as an independent agent, again, I get to see the trends, and it's awesome, okay? But the flexibility that my agency offers, as well as Scott Anderson and your agency, the flexibility that we offer as independent agents is, if I've got a company, and I'll give an example, USAA and State Farm. State Farm, right now, deductibles. We're talking about raising deductibles, 1% deductible for everything, fire, theft, you name it. If you combine your auto with them, they may bring it down to a 0.5% deductible. Okay? $400,000 house, the best case scenario with State Farm would be a $2,000 deductible. Ouch. Okay, USAA, $1,000 all peril deductible, 1% wind and hail, because obviously wind and hail is the big thing here. If I've got a company like Travelers that decides they want to go to a 1% deductible, thank God I've got 10 other companies over here that can help us out. Okay, but within my agency, one other thing that sets me apart is I've got Joanna here. She is newly licensed, which I'm very happy for, but she does renewals within my agency. And so she's going to she quotes people when they're coming up for renewals with all of the other companies I've got to make sure that they are competitive. But there's a lot of, the industry itself is going through a lot of turmoil. Because quite frankly, it's a business, they're trying to be profitable. So, my ask for you is very simple. If you're in doubt or if you have any questions over your insurance, I'm more than happy to look it over. I don't have quotas. I love the fact that I can just simply tell you that you're in the best place right where you're at, and I've done that to a lot of people in this room, actually. But, there's definitely hope and everything. So don't be too gloomy on everything, with what's going on here. But, if you're hearing any comments about, rising insurance costs, right now, with what I've just told you, you've got a general idea as to why that's going on. So educate, spread the word. If you have any questions, see me. Tony Breeden, Solid Rock Insurance Agency, Dare to Compare.